Fluffy Chip.
We're in contentment. That's what's up.
I know, but it's been crazy.
It has. It has.
So we got here. Day one was Friday morning, and
That would be Friday the 21st.
yes,
Yeah.
and
It'd be the first day of summer, I guess, something like
yes,
that.
it would. We arrived the first day of summer in the year 2019.
In the year of our Lord, 2019.
So that day was a busy day. Everything was delivered.
We unloaded the truck. The truck driver and his passenger helped us. That was a great help. We appreciated that. And we had a little trouble getting Dinah off, but we got her off. Dinah's here with us. And so we immediately started to set up camp.
Yes, and camp includes a, what is it, 16 by 8 foot by 7 feet tall tent,
Mm-hmm.
queen size blow up mattress, little fold out table
And chairs.
and chairs, and then a second tent for all of our supplies. So that's camp for now.
So the first day we got here was mostly just setting up camp, doing what we could to to get set up, fighting wind a little bit. It's always windy here, but it's more windy in the spring. This time of year is the windiest, and so we were fighting that a little bit. And then the next day, yesterday, was that was an hellacious wind, gusts to say 40 miles an hour, and some rain, and just a mess. The tent, there's no way the tent was ever going to keep out any of this blowing dust or sand, so we are perpetually sweeping and shaking things out, and stuff like that. You can see the tent moving now.
You can hear it too, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. And this is with a 10 mile per hour wind or something like that. So
Well, this where we are on the land is on top of a, I don't know, it's
A
not
rise.
a rise,
Yeah.
not a mesa or anything, but a hill. And so I wondered if building down in the draw at the bottom would have been better, or setting up camp down there, but Egypt said the wind was blowing just
No
as-
difference.
Yeah, no difference.
yeah.
So that was yesterday. On Saturday we had to we went to try to order the building materials for the superintendent's
Shack
shack,
or shouse, as you
or
call it.
house, yes. So
And by the way, for those of you who don't know, in case you're catching us for the first time, we have been preparing for over a year, going on 2 years, for this very moment. We have been canning and preserving food. We have rebuilt an old backhoe. We've partially rebuilt an old backhoe. We've built a solar generator for our power and for construction needs out here on this site. And we are transitioning from city life
Mhm.
to an off-grid homestead, starting with raw land from scratch in the Intermountain West. And so we are having a blast so far. It's been challenging, but we knew it would be. And the challenges will get more serious.
Go ahead.
I'm done.
Well, some of the we've been here a few times before, but this is the first time in the summer, and so
Well, no, we were here in August.
Well,
yeah.
but like midst of real summer.
This time,
This
yeah.
time, I call that getting towards fall. It's still summer.
Yeah,
but-
spring, summer cusp.
Yeah. So the first time here in June, and the winds are way worse right now than they have been any other time we've been out. That was a little surprising. We kind of try to keep up with the weather because it can be pretty, I don't know, it doesn't ever really rain, but there can be some bad weather maybe, I don't know.
Let's just
Scratch
say
all
that. Let's just say, trying to predict the weather in this Alpine Valley is difficult.
Yes, and we'll check on things. Oh, it's going to be a great day. No wind. Oops, no. So the wind has been somewhat of a surprise for me. He said it's kind of normal for this area.
It is.
At this time of year. The second thing that we were not, I'm not going to say prepared for, but we're not aware of, the second thing is mosquitoes.
Well, I mean, we know mosquitoes are here. I've seen them here before, but right now, while the river's up, and you know, it's just it's worse than normal. And if we were to walk down our land, abuts a wildlife refuge, and there's a fairly large river on that refuge. If we were to walk down the hill toward the river, the mosquitoes would be so thick we'd have to turn around and come back. It depends on the time of day. Obviously, during the middle of the day, not so bad. When the wind's up, not so bad. But early in the morning, in the morning and in the evening, they're out to feed. And boy, they find us, even up on this hill, quite a way away from the river. So, what was the third thing?
The third thing?
The third challenge, you said there were 3?
Did I? No, I just said we've had some. Maybe I said 3.
I don't know. What's another?
Trespasser. Yes. That's... Go ahead.
We've been, at times we've been here before, we've had, trespassers, but, they stop, were courteous. They were out hunting on the wildlife refuge, and it was fine. And stop, talk to them. It was okay that they passed through the land and that kind of stuff. There's a 2-track road that somehow was created by hunters, probably a decade and a half ago, and they've gotten used to using it, but it crosses our land. And, probably not much of an issue until we build the house and, are really establishing ourselves here. But we were awakened at 1 o'clock this morning by a pickup coming through the barbed wire fence off that 2-track road onto our land. And, we just had to greet him in a serious manner and ask what his business was there. Of course, he played innocent. He didn't know it was private land and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, 1 o'clock in the morning, I've been climbing out of the tent and, wanting to know who this guy is and why he's here.
So those are some of the challenges or concerns that we have so far, but it's been a really productive few days, I think. We have the camp. I'm really pleased with it. We also have an area cleared for where we're going to build the superintendent's shack, the house, and we're waiting to get some information on the building materials, get them delivered, and then we're going to begin on that project, get out of this and get into a more sturdy structure.
Snake! First one we found out here. We thought it was too cold for him. It looks like there are a few. This is a garter snake, or a ribbon snake, or a coach whip snake, or whatever you call him. He's harmless, friendly as can be. I mean, he's scared to death, of course, but he's really good for us here. So he'll take care of mice, insects, all kinds of stuff.
He has a really, really red tongue. It's really red and black on the end.
Oh, yeah. He's a happy dude.
Where do we want to put him?
Oh, I say just let him go wherever he wants.
Put him down here. Say
sure.
Bye.
We'll see you around, buddy. Should we name him?
I don't know.
Get him on the camera if you can. Oh, he went under the bucket.
He's going under the bucket. I'm not good at naming animals.
How about Charlie?
Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie's easy.
Charlie the snake. Charlie the coach whip. All right, E-Chip. Talk to us a little bit.
Well, we're almost got this cleared up. These agave pop up pretty easily, and for those of you who are concerned that we're tearing up the landscape and we need a place to put our building, we're not tearing up any more than we have to. And as you can see, our land is covered with these agave. So
hey, and if anyone out there knows, can you eat the little things inside them? Or maybe there are different kinds. I found one that had some like green little fruity things. I don't know. It had seeds inside.
It looks like there are these little green wasps that are going in there doing something, getting nectar or pollinating, or I don't know.
Well, inside the little thing are like little I can't remember what plant things are. You know, the little plant sticking up things.
The little spires there with the blooms on them?
No, like in a plant, stamen or.
Oh, stamen and pestle or whatever they call them.
There's they're like little four like things inside those little pods. I don't know what they are.
So, I mean, don't worry. There are a billion of these agave out here, and who knows? Maybe we'll make soap out of them or something someday. Charlie. How you doing, Charlie? Come here. Our buddy, our new friend. All right, I'm gonna let you go out here.
Bye, Charlie. He's climbing into the grass.
Good. It didn't take us very long to clear the area we needed to for both this camp and for the shouse. Yeah, that's the plan. Get the materials up here as quickly as we can and begin hammering together this superintendent shack so that we can get busy on other things. But our plans are this summer to get a well drilled, to get a septic tank dug and installed, and leach field and all that, and also to begin clearing the pad for an off-grid home constructed of adobe and straw bale. Passive solar and active solar. Nearest utilities are miles away, and that's just the way we like it. We do not want to have to pay for utilities. We'd rather set up our own solar and be able to pump our own water and be able to manage our own waste and do all those things off-grid. The one difference being, maybe a couple differences, being that obviously we'll be in contact with you, and so that requires one contact with the grid, and that would be through YouTube or the internet. Living off-grid isn't totally 100% self-sufficient. Can't do it. It's impossible if you ask me. But we're trying to live as closely to that as we can, and it begins right here at this camp and this tent. We have sold our properties in the city where we used to live, and this is where we are, at least for the summer. And so we've got work to do. We hope you stick with us. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up. Welcome to our channel for those of you who are newly subscribed, and thank you. Please hit that little notification bell to be notified of new videos coming up. We'll try to get a new video out at least one a week so that we can keep you up on what's been going on here on our new homestead.
So just come along and join us on our adventure. It's going to be an adventure of a lifetime for us. I hope you guys can kind of live vicariously through that maybe. But we're starting a new beginning, and with that we're kind of changing up a little bit and going into, I guess, I don't know if it's chapter 1, maybe it could be chapter 1, and the other prior to this is the prologue.
The prelude or whatever, yeah.
Or something like that. But this is the beginning, of the build.
Yeah, this is the beginning of a new, I guess, series, episode or something.
I'm just calling it a chapter.
Yeah, and it involves a new look that Robert did for our logo, channel logo, which looks really cool.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave comments. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Tell others about us.
And hit the notification button.
Send care packages, particularly water.
Yes.
No, we're kidding.
Anyway, so see you next time. Bye.